Hi guys, it's Jessie here, and I am back with another fantastic recipe. I'm going to show you how to make my roasted Brussels sprouts with goat cheese and walnuts and a special raspberry vinaigrette. Now, I must tell you honestly, I have never been a huge fan of Brussels sprouts, but there are a couple of reasons for this. Number one, I did not grow up eating them. My grandmother didn't make them, my mom didn't make them. Even the restaurants that we visited as a kid, I didn't even see them on the menu. The only exposure that I had to Brussels sprouts was from movies and TV shows where they would be bland looking and on a plate, and the kids would always push them away and inevitably feed them to the family dog when the parents weren't looking. So I just did not have a good impression and really no desire to try to cook them, eat them, or anything else. But all of that changed a couple of years ago when I took a trip to Kentucky to see Noah's Ark. And they had an on-site restaurant there that was this huge buffet, and I'm not a buffet fan either, but this buffet was really delicious. And there was a Brussels sprout salad, and that changed my opinion about Brussels sprouts forever. When I returned home, I decided to try and recreate this dish for my family, and I'm so glad that I did. My roasted Brussels sprouts with goat cheese and walnuts has become my family's most beloved side dish, or at least for 3 of us. 3 out of 5 is pretty good odds. Basically, fresh Brussels sprouts are seasoned and roasted until they are golden brown and crispy around the edges, and then topped with crunchy walnuts, some creamy goat cheese, and a store-bought raspberry vinaigrette. You can make your own if you like, but I take the help from the store. This side dish is so good that I have faith that it can change your negative notions about these baby cabbages and convert even the strongest Brussels sprout skeptic. But don't take my word for it. Make them for yourself and see. So all I did is preheat my oven to 375 degrees. I cut the ends off of my Brussels sprouts and then I quartered them. I arranged them on a very large baking sheet in a single layer after I tossed them really well to make sure they were coated in the avocado oil, some garlic powder, onion powder, Cavendish seasoning, and some black pepper. Then I just popped them in the oven to roast for 30 minutes. I'm going to take them out about the 10 or 15 minute mark and toss them around to make sure that all of the Brussels sprouts have a chance to get crispy and to touch the surface of that baking sheet. And then I put them back in there and let them finish roasting. You can let them roast as long as you like. My children like me to get them extra crispy, but that's totally up to you, just as long as all of the Brussels sprouts are at least fork tender. And one of the main reasons that I love this vegetable side dish is because of all the textures, because texture is so important to me. Since we're using the fresh Brussels sprouts, some of the outer leaves will fall off when you're quartering them, and then you have a variety of doneness. So then you have some that are just juicy and tender, and then you have some that get crispy. Then we're going to toss in those walnuts for another different type of crunch. And then, of course, that creamy goat cheese cools everything down, and it's delicious as well. And then you get the tang and the acidity of that raspberry vinaigrette. It is quite possibly the most perfect side dish because it fits everything that you want. It's perfect for Thanksgiving because it is fancy, it's delicious, it has all these beautiful colors and flavors. It's great for Sunday supper if you're trying to invite company over and you want to make an impression. But it is so incredibly simple to make that it is good for a weeknight. I make them on the weeknight all the time. It's just so quick and easy and delicious. So it's affordable. Brussels sprouts are pretty cheap, and all the other ingredients are as well. So it's approachable, and if you're anything like me and my family during the holidays, we need to add more greenery. We need more vegetables on the table because starches seem to reign supreme. As always, the complete recipe is on my blog. You can get that link in the description below. You have to make it, guys. You have to.